What's going on? I'm gonna make a video on the cars because there is a lot to talk about. Um, we'll get to this in a minute, and that. Um, but we'll start with the Coyote because the most has happened with this. You might notice the 3-valve isn't here. Not gonna talk about this in this video, but we'll start here. The Coyote has received quite a few things since you last saw it. Got the 1314 headlights. I think it had the chin spoiler, but got the wheels. Air-Aid cold air JNL oil separator. Has Lethal Performance off-road X pipe, Lethal Performance resonator deletes, Borla S-type axle backs. The car is tuned by Ortiz Performance. Inside here, I got a Barton Hybrid 3 flat stick shifter. Car's lowered on BMR lowering springs, BMR adjustable panhard bar. Has BMR panhard bar. It also has BMR lower control arm relocation brackets, BMR lower control arms, and I did the 1314 taillights. And to be honest, that's probably about all I'm gonna do to this car for quite some time, at least the foreseeable future, because I have a lot of other things that I need to focus on. This car is kind of being put on the back burner, but it's not going anywhere. I don't think, anyway. Because who knows with me. But anyway, let's talk about this now. This, I made an exhaust video on a while back. This is my... I'm not going to say new to me because I've had it for 6 months now, but this is my 1999 Mustang GT convertible. This is a 35th anniversary package car. Got the honeycomb, the wing, side scoops, side skirts, and the two-tone seats, along with the gauge trim. It is an actual 35th car, which is kind of neat. Doesn't really make it super valuable or anything, but it's kind of cool. Makes it just that little bit more unique, I guess. Plus, ooh. So, obviously 4.62 valve, nothing special, but K&N intake, again, nothing special. BBK throttle body. The car has, you can't really see them, but it has BBK long tubes on it. It has a BBK Off-Road X and a BBK variable catback. I will mention the suspension mods. They're not really important because they're literally all changing, but this car has strange adjustable shocks on all 4 corners, rides like crap. Really rough, but also has Eibach lowering springs and Hotchkiss upper and lower rear control arms, as well as weld-in subframe connectors. It seems to me like somebody was trying to make this a drag car. No idea why. Totally the wrong type of car for that, but doesn't matter because I have all the parts to fix that right here. Shocks, front and rear, shock mounts, spring isolators, upper and lower rear control arms, and new springs. That's all going to be going on here soon. And in the corner over there behind the Coyote, I have a full set of Cobra brakes to go on this car. So that should get it handling and riding a little better, and you know, should just be a nice upgrade overall. But other than that, no major plans for this one, because this is just going to basically be, you know, the sunny days top-down cruiser. Not looking to break any speed records with this car. I just want to get it really, really clean. I want to detail up this paint, get it looking nice. I think I can do something with that. Get the hood scoop repainted. Get the rear bumper repainted. And then just get the whole thing nicely corrected and looking good. And I might get new front tires. But that's basically it, aside from a couple oil leaks that I'm going to get looked at eventually. Nothing major. The car never even leaks enough to notice between oil changes. Well, it didn't between the two oil changes that I did when I got it. So, not crazy worried about that, but, you know, I'll get it addressed as need arises. But as far as things I've done to the car, most of it has been maintenance, upkeep. I'm not going to say this one was like trashed when I got it, but it was nowhere near as nice and looked after as it is now. And that's saying something, because it still, as you can see, has a bit of ways to go. I did the wheels. I hated the ones that were on it when I got it, so I got these. Had the header gaskets replaced. Boy, oh boy, that was expensive. I put in the Hurst shifter. It came with the car, but I ordered the fancy looking handle and mounted it. And I replaced the rear window on the top. And the hydraulic system for the top, because as soon as I replaced the rear window on the top, it literally as soon as I finished that job. I didn't do a perfect job. I should probably go back and stretch these corners out a little more. But it works, it doesn't leak. So, and this top's probably going to get replaced before super, super long anyway. So, but for now it doesn't leak and it works, so I'm okay with it. But, really, that's mostly what I've been doing to the car. Just been trying to incrementally improve it. I was kind of on a budget before, but that sort of went out the window, and I'm just gonna bite the bullet and put all the money into the car to make it what I want it to be. And that starts with that pile of parts in the corner over there. So that's the 2-valve. I did forget to mention something on this car, and I don't know how I forgot, but I also see that box under the chair. I also did McLeod lightweight aluminum flywheel, McLeod RST twin disc clutch, and a Ford Performance aluminum drive shaft. Made a huge difference. Super happy with it. But now I guess we'll talk about this. A handful may remember a video I made right around the time I got that, where I got a Crown Vic, a 93 Crown Vic. I had talked about how I came into possession of it, like, you know, just about the car. And might look a little familiar because this is the same car. So story there was, I bought that. Well, I traded a motorcycle for this Crown Vic. It was nowhere near as nice as it is now. It had the mufflers hacked off, had some really, really beat up old torque thrust wheels, and it just had a bunch of scratches and bumps all over the car. But I mean, it was still a nice, like, this was still a nice car even underneath all that. So a friend of mine reached out when I decided I couldn't keep it because I had 6 vehicles at the time and at least one needed to go. So this one was the most obvious choice, and obviously the 95 GT convertible ended up going too, as did the motorcycle, because I don't have that anymore. And basically the guy that I sold this to was a friend of mine. We had, kind of kept in contact over the years, both Mustang guys, and he asked me if I wanted this car back, if I had any interest in. And originally I said yes, but I didn't really have anywhere to store it because we were in wintertime. I mean, we still are, but it was dead middle of wintertime. Didn't have anywhere to store one of the cars, so I was like, I don't think so. But then he actually posted the ad for sale, and I was like, okay. I scrambled together storage for that and went and picked this up. And I mean, some people have asked me why did I do it. Honestly, that's still a question I'm not sure I know the answer to even. But when I say that my friend Dan did an incredible job bringing this car back to, what I would call factory correct condition, that is not an exaggeration, because this thing is literally the nicest Crown Vic I've ever seen. I'm not going to say 100% rust free because, where we live, but I'd say 99.9% rust free. There's a tiny bit of bubbling on the passenger side rocker, but you can see the hood, just everything is super nice on this car. It shows 69,000 miles on it. It did when I had it before. I don't exactly know how many are on it, but this car presents as a low mile car, so I wouldn't doubt that it's pretty close to that. But as far as problems this car still has, they're really, really minor. I need to recharge the AC, which I have all of the equipment to do. All the O-rings have been changed, all the seals. It should work perfectly fine when I get it recharged. Needs that. And that window regulator is still messed up. But again, I have the parts and all the necessary tools to fix it. So I'll be doing that probably after I get the suspension overhaul done on that car, is when I'll do that. But other than that, the valve seals do leak a little bit of oil. If it sits and idles for 30 minutes or long, like it takes a long time, and then you get on it, give it some gas, it will puff some smoke. But I haven't noticed it burning any significant amount. And it doesn't leak a drop, like actually out of the engine. It's just, that's a super common issue with these. I'll probably get it addressed again after I'm finished with that car. But my plans for this, honestly, just to drive it, because it's super nice. It's insanely pleasant to drive. Like, I love this car. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep this one. Just gonna keep it this time around. Doesn't really need anything anything that's major anyway, but that's pretty much all I have to say. That's the status on the cars, a little bit about each one, and yeah, that's pretty much it.